Good evening, folks. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you all had a really wonderful day with family, with friends, whatever. You know, a couple of years ago, I made a turkey shoot video for Thanksgiving, and it was humorous. And I started talking and thinking about this video tonight, maybe 3-4 days ago. And I can't find a way to make it funny anymore because I don't find the GOP the least bit humorous anymore. I want to talk about a few things tonight. And most of this is relative to the Club Q shooting in Colorado Springs and the continual attack that I see in social media on the LGBTQ community, on transgender people in general, and the false narratives that are out there. I want to talk once and for all about what these bigots truly are. Let's call them for what they are. And we're going to start doing that. I'm going to talk about a few specifics. Let's talk about the word groomer. You know, I used to take my dog to a groomer. That's what a groomer used to be. A groomer is now an actual LGBTQ slur. So now apparently all gay people are groomers and all trans people are groomers trying to make more trans people. We all know that's not the way it fucking works, but hey, it's okay. Let them talk because I'm going to debunk all of this nonsense. So Lauren Boebert is upset that people are blaming her for the Colorado Springs shooting. Lauren Boebert has been a virulent spreader of misinformation about the gay community for a long time now. And in the wake of the shooting, she has vowed not to curb her mouth. She has to keep talking about it, and we have to keep pushing back against it. Well, we have to keep pushing back against bigotry like yours. Let's talk about someone named Jamie Mitchell. She's supposed to be a lesbian. She is the leader of Gays Against Grooming. You know, there are a lot of gay people out there who are worried about losing their rights now. You know, rights that actually Jamie Mitchell, she never fought for her rights. I fought for her rights. She's too young. She doesn't remember that. She doesn't remember that when I was 21, 22, 23 years old, all of the shit they're saying about transgender people, they were saying about me and my friends, that we were out to make everybody gay. Like what? We were going to give them toaster ovens for becoming gay? That was going to be their incentive? Is that right? She doesn't remember any of that. So we have a lot of grousing gay people out there who would rather not stand up for their rights. Instead, they'd rather just say, the biggest mistake we made was including trans people because now we're losing our rights. They're a bunch of fucking babies, okay? And according to Jamie Mitchell, this violence will continue until the gay people, until the trans people stop their agenda. This is exactly the construct that was used on people like her. She's an ignorant pig. Okay? I'm sorry, folks. Enough. Gay people who can't stand with their trans brothers and sisters, you know, in 2014, they actually had Miss Trans marching in the gay pride parade. If we can't stand together for our rights, it's pretty pathetic because you know what? Jamie Mitchell, as long as you're talking right wing, you'll probably be accepted, but you won't have your rights and you won't be protected by the right wing. I promise you. They're using you, just like they're using Candace Owens because she's a black person talking bad about black people. Let me just tell you that that's how this all works. Let's talk about the shooter's father, who was more concerned that his son might be gay because he heard it was a gay bar he was in that he shot up and was relieved that it was just that he was a mass murderer. Didn't upset him that he was a mass murderer. In fact, let me quote this. This is from the man's mouth himself. You ready? I praised him for violent behavior really early. I told him it works. You'll get immediate results. Well, he surer than shit did get immediate results, didn't he? 5 dead and 18, somewhere between 18 and 25. I've heard 2 sets of numbers for wounded people. He got immediate results, all right. What does it say when a man is more concerned and relieved that his son is a mass murderer? And for the city of Colorado Springs to have not declared this a hate crime yet, well, if it's not a hate crime, why didn't he just walk into a fucking supermarket and start shooting there? Random. Why not? Not a hate crime? When you walk into a Jewish synagogue and you take people out, what's that? That's not a hate crime. That's just, in general, gun crime. Is that right? Shut the fuck up, really, people. Really. How about Jenna Ellis, America's lawyer? That's what she calls herself. I think she's fucking bought at the dollar store, because anybody who represents Donald Trump as a lawyer might as well kiss their career goodbye. This is what she said about the people killed at Club Q. The people killed in the nightclub that night, there's no evidence that they're Christians. Assuming that they have not accepted the truth and affirmed Christ as the Lord of their life, they are now reaping the consequences of eternal damnation. Jenna Ellis, Esquire, that's what she calls herself on Twitter. All of these people, all of this talk, all of this chatter, all of this nonsense about grooming, you know what grooming is? Why don't you start watching some of the documentaries on the pedophile priests? Grooming is when you're constantly in contact and telling people, this is okay to have sex with me, even though I'm a priest, because God says it's okay. That's what grooming is. Your teachers aren't grooming your children. Nobody's grooming your children. I've had kids go through school. I've spoken to my children. They're now 21 and 26. Nobody was groomed. I have a transgender child. You're damn right that I support her. And I will continue to do so. And I love her. And I will continue to do so. But as far as these people, Jenna Ellis, Lauren Boebert, the shooter's father, Jamie Mitchell, let's not forget Chaya Raichik on the libs of TikTok, who was so virulent and told so many lies about Boston Children's Hospital, they had to reroute seriously ill children to other hospitals because of bomb threats. Healthcare workers being threatened for doing their jobs. These people talking this way, they're terrorists. They're all terrorists. And blood for every one of these shootings is on their hands. And no, they're not carrying the guns themselves. They're carrying this out by proxy. This is no different than the Al-Qaeda that we saw back in the day. We have them right here, right now in America. These people are fucking terrorists. And they're using their so-called free speech to pretty much cancel entire groups of people that they don't see as fit to be alive. That's really where we are here in America, whether you want to face that fact or not. Terrorists. They need to be called that. And you know what? And the media, they need to stand the fuck up and start calling them that for what they are. They're not radical right-wingers anymore. They're terrorists. Jenna Ellis. All of these people, all of them, Matt Walsh, Candace Owen, Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Trader Green, they're terrorists, and they're using stochastic terrorism. And no, they don't plan these events, but they know what their words are doing. And they can't pinpoint when it's going to happen, but they know it will. Terrorists. The GOP is the party of terrorism. End of story. I'll talk to you all later.